Today, from Portland, Oregon, it's Week 1 of the NFL on EA Sports. It's the Portland Lumberjacks taking on San Diego.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Today we start the new season with an AFC West Division battle right out of the gate between our visitors and the Portland Lumberjacks. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, there's nothing quite like it. That feeling of beginning another NFL season. And these two squads, they're going to do just that in a moment.
And what makes it so exciting?
Two teams more than ready to get this one started. And we are underway from the City of Roses. This will be fielded inside the 5. And they will wrangle it down a couple yards shy of the 30. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And leading them out, their signal caller now in his 4th season in the NFL.
All right, I know it's something that every team says every season, but they genuinely believe that this is their year, and having him at quarterback is a big part of that. They think he's poised for a huge season and can really be the type of player that brings out the best of each weapon that they have on this offense. Behind that type of performance, their goals are high. They envision a lot of wins and finishing among the league's best on their side of the ball.
Four yards the pickup, first down. They're going to look to throw. He finds his man, complete. It's Lamb. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And it'll be second down. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And he'll go right back to Lamb. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down. Their first possession of the game, and they're already going after double coverage.
That's a nice completion that can set the tone for things to come if they're able to keep finding ways to beat what the defense is throwing at them. They look like they're confident that they can get it done.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. They find some open field here. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all the stuff and establish things. And it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
A first red zone opportunity the new year here as they come up now 1st and 10. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10. Second and 3. Well, he's got it, complete to Fowler. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. He'll look to throw. Over the middle and into the hands of his receiver, Landry. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. They're able to convert with a gain of 4. And now he's really knocking on the door for 700. That is career catch 699. First and goal, a good chance for our first touchdown of the new season. Back to throw here. And it's caught. Touchdown. A 5-yard touchdown. And the aftershocks are on the board here first in the season opener. A long opening drive, but a very successful opening drive. We call that methodical, I guess, when it takes that many plays.
Methodical and almost like a boxing match where you're hitting them with body blows. They can withstand them here. Look, they gave up the touchdown, but you don't feel like a knockout is there. But they keep doing that in the fourth quarter. That's when the knockout occurs.
And it becomes tough for that defense if they're on the field that long. We'll see if they can continue that in future drives. The extra point up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This taken in at the goal line. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And they'll be led out by their quarterback now in his 3rd season in the league.
This week, such an important one for his entire offense, but for him especially. He wants to start this new season off strong. He's got big plans for this year. Wants it to be one where he finishes among the league's best while leading his team to the postseason. A strong opening week is a great start to that and can create momentum that carries over not just to next week, but the next few weeks as well. A rising tide raises all ships, and if he can start this season off strong, his offense will benefit.
Over the middle, it's complete. So back-to-back plays, each get nothing. And that'll bring up a 3rd and 11 situation. Looking to throw. Cobb. Throws right side, and that's complete. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A first down and then some. Give him 29 yards.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people, but you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Off play action. Cobb. He's got his man on the crossing route. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Back to throw. Cobb got his open man. It's Carr. And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30. But yet another completion here on this opening drive, and he's now perfect 4 of 4 to start. Pretty solid execution here.
And how about how everyone's handled their nerves? Because you know what it's like to start a ball game. You're so amped up and ready to go, but sometimes the execution isn't there. They've been flawless so far. Well drilled, well prepared, and excited to start this game.
They'll look to throw again. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line.
They brought in the heavy set on 3rd down, and that usually means running play, but we have seen them throw out of that formation. And sure enough, they snuck the tight end out on that one, wound up hitting him for a first down.
Back to throw again. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Shaw. And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Cobb. And he's going to go down. Back at the 27-yard line, he's sacked. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack.
All about the offense so far this drive, putting something sustained together. But the defense, they responded on that play. Second and manageable became third and long. The drive marching to the end zone is one play from stalling out.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Looking to throw. Cobb. He finds his man. Complete. It's Leonard. And they're going to get him down well short of the first, as he can only get this to about the 19.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. Now on 4th down, out comes the field goal unit here. It'll be from the right hash, and it'll be a 36-yarder. And his kick is right there. It's good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3.
So both teams come away with points on their opening drives. Now they still trail. They answered the touchdown with a field goal, but at least able to break that goose egg here early.
And that is what's important, right? Because they didn't let that initial touchdown go unanswered. Took the ball themselves, moved it downfield, and put it through the post for 3 points. Game on.
Back onto the field comes this offense, ready for their second drive.
And Charles, nothing like squaring off with a division opponent, a division rival in week 1. Do you like that they are matching up this early, or would you prefer a game like this be a few weeks down the road?
I actually like the early matchup for a few reasons, Brandon. First of all, it allows you to see that in the entire offseason and know, hey, right out of the gate, we're playing a division game. Second part is it spreads them out a little bit. If you just have them all bunched up at the end of the year, that's not as much fun watching teams try to survive that gauntlet when you do have injuries down the stretch. And last but not least, let's face it, we're TV people. What a great game to sell right out of the gate.
2nd and 5. He finds his man. Complete. It's Lamb. And he'll have it past midfield, almost to the 40 before being taken down. A very nice pickup of 33 yards.
I'm pretty sure any quarterback will tell you it's nice to have a tight end that can stretch the field. And how about him right there, working in the heart of the defense, and they connect on a very nice play downfield, a combination of talent and toughness to go into the briar patch.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Back to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Points 1, 2, and 3 in their defensive game plan was to get to the quarterback and knock the ball free. They did it there. Luckily, offense hangs on to it.
Yeah, that's got to serve as a wake-up call, though, because they can't afford to let the ball go over to the defense and miss opportunities. And I'm not saying it happened here, but you know what a good rule of thumb is when a play like that occurs? You know who usually recovers it? The guy who missed his block and let his quarterback get hit.
And they'll run on the inside handoff.
And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. They'll drop to throw. Over the middle into traffic, and that's complete. And he's going to be stopped here a few yards short of the first as the tackle is made at the 33. After one, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. Here we go on 4th down. And trying to push his way forward, but I think he's going to be short. And he is short. He needed 2. He only got 1. And as a result, possession switches hands. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive. Cobb throwing middle, and it's complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. On first down, Cobb. And a quick throw here, that's complete. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and that'll bring up second down. Off the play fake, Cobb. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down. From the gun on third down, Cobb. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line.
That's the third time on this drive that these two have connected with each other. They've got a real rapport going. And right now, it's paying off with big chunks of yardage, as shown by that last play.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Operating from the gun, Cobb. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 46. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack.
Well, that's the second time he's been sacked so far in the first half. And if they have designs on having a big year, on going anywhere, they've got to find a way to keep him upright so he can throw the football.
So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24. Now a give right side. It's Carr. And this one also slow in developing as he's maybe getting back here to the line of scrimmage, but not much more than that. Throwing on 3rd and long. Cobb. Under pressure, and down he goes. He could not get away that time, and it'll be a loss of 11 on 3rd down.
These sacks now, they're starting to pile up, Charles, and that front 7 defensively, they've had their way with this offensive line.
And I think at this stage, we have to start thinking about different play calls. We've got to start helping this quarterback out because the entire game he's been under siege. I don't care what the down and distance, they've got to get the ball out of his hands a lot quicker.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken at about the 18-yard line.
And now this offense comes back out onto the field. They've got some stuff to build on from that last drive because they moved the football, CD, and then they tried to go for it on 4th down, didn't convert. Probably left a bitter taste in their mouths.
I would say so, and I think that they go out in this series determined for that not to happen again. In fact, they don't even want to get to a 4th down opportunity. They just want to make sure they get it done within the parameters that they've set for themselves. Run their offense, get it into the end zone. Yeah, I think a little bit of determination and a dash of anger.
That is catch number 300 now for his NFL career. Second and 4. Over the middle this time to Fowler. A 6-yard pass on back-to-back plays. Picks up the first. Now back to throw. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. It'll be a gain of just a yard, and that will bring up second down. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming.
Well, let's face it, that's just a helpless feeling for a running back there. He's looking up to find a hole, and all he finds is a whole lot of ticked-off linebacker.
third down, he'll drop to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he's going to come up a few yards short of the first. They get him to the ground at the 37. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that's going to make it fourth down. So they're forced to punt on fourth as this one's away. It's a 42-yard punt. They keep him to just a yard on the return. And they will take over first and 10. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. Over on the sideline, hoping to hit that reset button between possessions. Last time out, they had to punt it away. This time hoping to finish this thing off in the end zone. They'll start on the ground here on first down. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Back to throw. Cobb over the middle, complete. That's Carr. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. That one good for 20 on the catch and run.
One of my old teammates called me the other day when he was watching the game. He's like, man, trying to watch an NFL game and trying to account for their passing game, that's difficult. And just when you think you get everything covered, here comes a back out of the backfield. And in this case, he picks up a first down.
They'll run on first down. It's Carr, and he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up. Looking to throw. Cobb. Throw left side, complete. That's Carr. So back-to-back plays, each get nothing. And now 3rd down and 6 to go.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Quick hitter here, it's complete.
And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line.
Well, they've certainly gotten him involved in this first half, and on 3rd down, they looked his way again. And what a delight for his quarterback to find him and keep the drive moving.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. So it looks like somebody may have forgotten the snap count, and a 5-yard penalty ensues.
So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit.
The full start backs him up 5. 1st and 15. Back to throw. Cobb. Looking middle, and that's complete.
And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48.
To throw on 2nd down. Cobb got his man complete over the middle. It's Carr.
And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line.
And this offense on 3rd down today, they've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This will be 3rd and 5. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free. And it brings up 4th down. And that is no good. Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining. Coming up at halftime in a little less than 2 minutes, we'll send you to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman is standing by. He'll have highlights and analysis of this first half. And he's going to be brought down here in the backfield. That one will set him back nearly 10 yards here on 1st down on the sack.
What a quick start to the drive, but not for the team that really needed it. In only a few seconds, the opposing QB found himself on the turf, and the defense is celebrating 2nd and long.
After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And he's got the hook up to Landry. A good cover defensively as they get to him just beyond the 45 after the juke. Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he'll only get this to about the stop him short of the line to gain. They pick up 10, but it'll still lead to a fourth down.
And I believe that gain on 3rd and long changes things quite a bit because this would be a very long field goal. I wouldn't be surprised to see him go for it here.
And how about this, a fake? And this is incomplete. A huge gamble, and it does not pay off. They fake the punt. It doesn't work out. And as a result, possession switches hands. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 44. Throwing to start the drive. Cobb. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. Over the middle, complete. That's Shaw. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. A final shot before break. Cobb. He's going to float this over the middle, deep. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend, as we'll send you eastward to Orlando. Standing by with that EA Sports halftime report now is Jonathan Coachman. Take it away, Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much, and welcome back to football, everybody. We've got a full slate of 16 games here to start the new season, so let's take our first trip around the NFL. We'll start our tour out in the City of Angels, Los Angeles, and it's the Buccaneers who are out in front in the second quarter. The Bucs locked in a tight one, but this is a game you feel they've got to have. From there, we head to the Big Easy to check on the Saints at home in the Superdome. And they were victorious in that one over the visiting San Francisco 49ers. The Saints able to start the season off on the right foot as they get the win at home in their season opener. Lastly, let's motor up to the Motor City. See what's happening with the Lions at home at Ford Field. And they were losers in that one to the visiting New York Giants. 31-13 was the final. Meanwhile, in our game, not a lot of offense to go around. 7-3 is our score. Will we see things open up in the second half? To find out, we get it back to our guys in the booth, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Okay, Coach, adjustments likely going to play a big role in this third quarter in what's been a tight contest so far. This fielded right at the goal line. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line. And this offense set to go now to begin the third quarter. Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter three.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well, and they've kept them around in this game. Now, they've got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half.
Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. Looking to throw. Cobb. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down. Back to throw. Cobb. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. They do get 10 back, but still a ways to go on 4th.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. This will be a 41-yard punt, 3 on the return. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half.
Now this game, it has obviously been all about the defense on both sides of the football. Which offense is going to break through here? We'll see if they can do it on this drive.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Can't get away, and he's taken down. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack.
This defense coming out after the half, and if that plays any indicator, Charles, maybe a little refreshed and refocused here for quarters 3 and 4.
Yeah, they did really well on that one. That's exactly what they need to keep doing if they want to change their fortunes in this game.
Now that after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. They'll set up a throw. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Fowler. So they'll get 8 out of that completion, and that's going to bring up a 4th down.
They kept the receiver in the short field, but that let his quarterback get the ball quickly to him before either guy in double coverage could react.
Now on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. 43 yards on the punt, return of 4.
Portland's offense now about set to take over.
And with the way this offense has played thus far, to be frank, they got to feel pretty grateful to be in the ball game.
I would agree with you totally, because they've done all of nothing offensively in this game, yet they still find themselves in a position on this drive where a touchdown can give them the lead. They need to take advantage of it.
Yeah, they're still looking for that first touchdown here in the 3rd quarter. All they have, and he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And touchdown. A big play there. 75 yards.
And the Lumberjacks have taken the lead here in this 3rd quarter.
And we didn't even get a chance to settle in for that drive. A quick strike of 75 yards, and they find the end zone.
Don't you get the sense that film study was behind this one, that they saw something that they thought they could take advantage of? The key is calling it in the right situation, knowing when it exists to go to it. They did exactly that. They've got to feel really good about what they did in advance of this game.
Just looking down at the sideline now, their defense is like, man, can you have strung that out just a few plays? Give us a break. Back out there.
Hey, man, give that water break and get on out there and play.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. The last series for them, a little disappointing, forced to punt. And now they'll try to do better here and come away with some points as they begin this drive, 1st and 10.
They'll start this drive out on the ground.
And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now a quick throw as that's complete on the hitch route.
2nd down at 6 now from the 42.
Looking to throw. Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. And now it looks like we're going to get a timeout here. We've got a man shaken up.
While the medical staff checks on him, we'll step aside in this Week 1 contest.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air.
And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40.
But we use the term pitch and catch a lot to denote an easy completion. We just saw one right there on 3rd and 3 to pick up the 1st down.
Why are those so tough to defend? Just because they hit so quickly?
Yeah, it's all about timing and confidence. Quarterback sees it, rips it, there you go.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Again, he'll drop to throw. Over the middle, it's complete. And he's going to be down at the 35, gain of 7.
From the gun, he'll hand this off.
And this time not quite to the 30. He'll be down at the 31-yard line. Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Fowler.
And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line.
The play-action fake. They'll look to throw.
And this a leaping effort, but it's knocked away and incomplete.
They got to get it to the 21 here on 3rd down. They'll set up to throw. Over the middle, complete. It's Lamb.
And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw.
And that throw behind his man. He missed him. Incomplete.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. He'll look to throw. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. This drive, which was going so smoothly, all of a sudden it's a little bit of a roadblock here with 2 straight incompletions.
Yeah, apparently this defense has had enough. Apparently they're saying, no more. We're making a stand right here, right now. But it is 3rd and 10. They've got to get after him one more time.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. Throwing middle, and it's complete.
And he will not be able to get the first as he can get this only down to the 5.
So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And it'll be 4th down.
That pattern and scheme was well defensed on 3rd down. He tried to just sprint from one side of the field to the other, and they got it to him quickly. But no chance at yards after the catch there, and they stop him short.
Now on 4th down, out comes the field goal unit here. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. And his kick is indeed good, and that will knot us up at 10.
So we're back to even after the short field goal. CD, you like the decision to kick it there?
Well, I'm glad you asked me if I like it and didn't ask me if I love it, because I'm not even sure I like it, but I do get it. First job on this drive, tie the game. They did that. But now they've got to put a challenge to their offense and say, Can't settle for 3 anymore, guys. We've got to get the ball in the end zone from here on out.
Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and it's 2nd down. Now a handoff up the middle. Carr, and he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Carr to the 40 and no further. The razzle-dazzle, though, got him a couple extra on the play. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Looking to throw. Cobb.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45.
I think that's a big pickup for a 1st down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a 1st down. Executed it to perfection. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Up the middle they go. It's Carr.
And a good job of finding the open space to run as he's down close to the 30 here.
That's another gain of 15 on back-to-back plays.
Brandon, I think you and I were both raised the same way in the game of football. You run to set up the pass, but I think we've discovered in this NFL, a lot of teams pass to set up the run. And that's what they've done throughout this game. They've aired it out, thrown it around the yard. Now they've come back to the running game, and they find a way to be successful with it.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down.
And he's got it down to the 28.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Cobb.
The quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
This will be the 8th play of the drive. It's 3rd and 7. Back to throw. Cobb. And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack.
I don't know what else can be said about this pass rush. They have been sensational. CD, that is now 6 sacks for them.
And how many times do we talk to offensive coordinators and they say a sack as a result of everyone on offense not doing their job? But let's be honest about this one. This is the offensive line unable to counter the pass rush. They've been teeing off all game long.
And he missed it. It's no good. And we will remain tied here in this 3rd quarter.
Well, Brandon, anything beyond 50, you start rolling the dice a bit. And once you get up around 57, 58 yards, the chances of making it go down dramatically. And sure enough, this one winds up no good.
And he'll go down, and that will do it for the 3rd quarter of action. We are through 3 quarters here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. He'll drop to throw. Pressure, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back right around the 44. They'll wind up losing a full 9 yards here on the sack. Now it's 3rd down.
And this dominant defensive performance continued on that play. This poor quarterback has now received the protection he needs and has had to pick himself up off the turf far too often.
This offense so far on third down, they've converted 3 times in 8 chances. This will be 3rd and 15. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he'll only get this to about the 44 as they stop him short of the line to gain. It'll be a gain of 12, but it will also lead to 4th down. They bring their punter out there now as he'll come on to kick this one away. And this is going to hit the goal line and continue on into the end zone for a touchback.
Portland's offense now about set to take over. Excellent job by their defense to force the punt and provide them with this opportunity, all tied in the 4th quarter.
Well, some good games around the league here early in week 1, and this one's shaping up to be as good as any of them as we come up on a 1st and 10. And some pretty fancy footwork that time, able to spin forward, and they're going to give him 4 yards on the play.
Nice chunk of yards on 1st down. It really opens up your options for what you want to do on 2nd. You go right back to him and hope he explodes, or sucker the defense in before throwing over the top.
They'll come up 2nd and 6 now from the 24. Looking to throw. Cobb. Throw left side complete. That's Shaw. From the gun on 3rd down. Cobb. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And this is picked up by the defense. And he's going to bring the fumble back for a touchdown. So many times tight games decided by one big play. And a lot of times, of course, it's the offense. Here, it's the defense coming up huge.
And you know head coaches walk around locker rooms, walk around bench areas saying, guys, somebody make a play. It's a cliche, but it applies here.
Now the try here for the extra point. He's got it as they go up by a total of 17-10. The scoop and score, always an exciting play in football, and we witnessed it there, grabbing it off the ground and then rumbling it into the end zone for 6. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return.
Taken in at the 3. And he won't quite make it to the 25. And now this offense comes back out onto the field.
They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. And he'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. 5th catch of the afternoon, and that gives him a 1st down. Back to throw. Cobb got his man complete over the middle. It's Leonard. And down he goes at the 45 after a pickup of 9.
And we've seen him have success earlier on with the ball in his hands because he is a get it in space and make a play kind of a receiver. But that time, they closed on him quickly and held him to a short gain.
On 2nd down, it's Carr.
And a solid run here as he'll pick his way down to the 42-yard line. 60 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Cobb. And that, nearly picked off. Well, it would have been a great time for their first interception of the game. Instead, it's 2nd down. On 2nd down now, it's Carr. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. 11 yards there, 1st down.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
Three tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10. Back to throw. Cobb. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And he'll be brought down at the 27. The Charles, they're trying to protect this lead late. Those are the types of mistakes they could afford to go without.
About the last thing you want to give them is help in completing a comeback, which is exactly what that penalty does.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. Now a handoff up the middle. Carr. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. So not quite a 1st and goal just yet as they come up now 2nd and inches. Operating from the gun. Cobb. And he's going to be dropped. Back at the 15-yard line. That winds up pushing him back 11 yards on the sack. And that'll bring up 3rd.
Well, this has to count as a great team effort today, but this man, he's been at the center of all of it. Really special day for any defense to have this many sacks in a game, even more so for this player. One of the best individual efforts of the season.
9th play of the drive coming up, and certainly not an easy one on 3rd and long. Every penalty so critical at this stage of the game as now they've got it 3rd and long. Looking to throw. Cobb. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. Looks like a 9-yard loss, and it also brings up 4th. 3rd and long, defense with no fear. They brought the pressure.
Zero fear at all. That means they feel really good about the guys who are going to cover. But the biggest one is they think their pressure will get there before he has a chance to find an open receiver.
So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. From the right hash, it's a 46-yard attempt. And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle. And that will cut this lead back down to 4 now. It's 17-13. So an interesting call there to take the 3. I mean, I guess they're thinking that their hands were tied, but, you know, 4th quarter, that field goal might not help them that much in the end.
Yeah, eventually they're going to need the touchdown. The thinking must have been they didn't feel confident about picking it up there, hoping maybe on defense they can get better field position, get a turnover, get a better play, and then they'll have a chance to attack the end zone.
Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. No points last time out. They were forced to punt, if you remember, but no time to dwell on that. They've still got the lead here and a chance to add to that here. 1st and 10 as this new drive starts. A throw left side to start the drive is complete. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and it's 2nd down. Going back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. On play action, they'll throw.
And he's taken to the ground, but he was pulled down by the face mask. Here come the flags. And I believe this is going to be a first down. Trailing in the fourth, this close of a game, that's a penalty you just can't afford.
It's an absolute killer, and it's one that drives coaches and teammates insane.
So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. A beautiful fake. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling.
Well, you know me, partner. I never tell them to back off of being aggressive, but sometimes you see the consequences when you're overly aggressive and you don't secure tackles. Guys break through.
Trying to sell out to pry that football loose, and just as you said, cost some yardage.
Yeah, you got to go get him. Stand him up first before you go for the ball. Don't just go for it initially.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Lamb.
And they're going to move it down inside the 25.
Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me. I'm going to keep firing.
And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. They'll look to throw here. That escapes the sack. Keeps himself upright. And he wisely will throw that one away. So it's our visitors with a football as we get you reset. They've got a 2nd down now as they search for a way to get this one to the finish line. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. They'll get him to the ground at the 20 following a pickup of 4. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining. Now, this is a big 3rd down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. He finds his man, complete. It's Lamb. And this one is right through. And high fives for that one as that drive ends in 3. From a defensive perspective, though, I think maybe they're saying, hey, we did what we needed to do, kept this a 1-score game.
Yeah, without a doubt, because they were able to bleed some time off the clock, right? Put themselves in a good position, but it's not out of reach yet, okay? Being able to hold them to a field goal means that they do have a chance to come back and win this game.
The situation for them offensively as follows. Down by 7, and time, a huge factor. How will this thing pan out? We'll watch as they come up on 1st down. He's back to throw. He finds his man, complete. It's Carr. And down he'll go at the 25. Back to throw. Throw left side, complete. That's Carr. And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds. On 3rd down, it's Carr. And this won't be enough. Stopped a yard short after a gain of 3. 4th down. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they stop it prior to what will be an important 4th down. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Up the middle they go. Carr. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards to go in this football game. They'll look to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down. And the throw there going to be incomplete. Needing the tough yards, they run it with their fullback. And he's got the first down yardage there as he takes it just across midfield. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Gomez. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. And give him 17 yards that time as that'll move the chains. They got exactly what they wanted there. Out route, catch, get out of bounds, stop the clock.
And I have to criticize defense here because you know the situation. You want to keep them in bounds and have the clock run. So I'm sitting on the outside portion of the field and not letting them throw an out route. Throw anything inside and I'll make the tackle. An out route? That's not the way you're supposed to play it.
Back to throw. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And this ball is caught. It's a touchdown. And now in the final seconds, they're a PAT away from likely getting this thing to overtime.
Obviously, the excitement level here is almost a fever pitch. Down 1 is tempted to go for 2. I say you go ahead and kick the extra point. You got the home crowd carried into overtime.
I'm with you. I do see some fans, though, holding up 2 fingers. Easy now.
Yeah, but they're not the ones who have to actually make that call, are they?
Out comes the kicking team here for the extra point. Now here's a timeout coming on the defensive side of the ball. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Point after here coming up. And we may very well be headed to overtime. A 10-play drive that time. Fitting for what's been a tight ball game. We're all even at 20 now as the kick's away.
Fielded just outside the goal line. He takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive.
And Charles, obviously not much time left. I'm curious to see if there's enough for them to get into field goal range and try to win this thing.
And partner, you and I both know the safe calls to kneel and just take it into overtime. But it's also very tough to pass up a chance to win it right now as well. But remember, if you do attempt that, it's got to be a big play downfield and still leave yourself enough time to get your field goal unit out there and kick for the win.
It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score wins, but no longer. Now, if the team receives the ball, scores a touchdown, they win the game. If they kick a field goal, though, or don't score, the other team gets a possession. And after both teams get a possession, then we're into sudden death. First team to score wins the game.
So conditioning going to be a factor here. Who can hold up to the test? It's overtime here in week 1. Taken in at the 3. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. Portland's offense now about set to take over. All set up for him right now, Charles. Opening possession of overtime. They've got the football. They also obviously have this home crowd behind them in a big way.
They get that extra energy from them, but they've got to be careful not to let that adrenaline get away from them and play too fast or create errors of their own making. Use that energy, embrace it, but make sure they channel it the right way. They've got a chance to go downfield, score a touchdown, and end this game.
Now a first throw here in overtime. He finds his man, complete. That's Leonard. Over 100 yards receiving for him now in the opener, and it's a first down. As a fan of the NFL, for an opener, you can't ask for much more than this. Overtime in week 1.
I know it's hard to believe that some people may not have been watching our game, But I'll bet through social media they found out this one was snug and getting into overtime, and they flipped over here in a hurry. This is fantastic. If you're a fan of ball, you love these.
Oh, and it's intercepted. And he will return this one to the 30-yard line.
What a gigantic interception here in the first drive of overtime. And now, Charles, with where they're at on the field, I mean, they're already in field goal range to win this thing.
And the head coach is just talking to the special teams coordinator right now and saying, okay, where does he want the ball positioned? Because that's all you're going to do on offense. Move it to that spot. Make sure you take care of the football, and probably third down, kick the field goal, and try and win this game.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete.
And he'll be brought down at the 27.
Well, right now, every little bit of yardage helps. So they're obviously well within his range. It's just about keeping the football and getting in the right spot.
Know your kicker. Get, as you mentioned, get it to the right spot, the place that he wants to kick it from. And if you do decide to throw the football, it either goes to your team or no one. It's the only kind of throw you make.
Here's a 2nd and 7. He finds his man complete. That's Lamb.
And he's brought down here just outside of the 20.
On 3rd down, they're going to run for it here.
And they needed 2. They could only get 1. 4th down.
And that carry probably not so much for yardage, just to get the spot that you want to kick the field goal.
And any yardage a game there is really kind of gravy, and this just becomes what my own coach used to say, get into position to be in position. And that's what they want, the right spot for their kicker to line up the field goal.
And now this game's going to come down to the right leg of their kicker. And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense. They'll be down to just 1 remaining as we step aside here in overtime. So on is their kicker, and it's down to this. This to win it in overtime. And he got it. The kick is good in overtime. He's able to split the uprights. And they've come in here and stolen one on the road.
And for the visitors, it is going to be a happy flight home. It is always such a treat, Charles, in the NFL when you can go on the road and get a victory, and that's exactly what they accomplished here today.
Oh, the trip home so much sweeter, isn't it? All the noise they heard before, how tough it is to win on the road, how tough it is to play in this stadium, how hyped up that crowd's going to be. They just used it as fuel, came in full of confidence, believed in themselves, and got it done.
So for our visitors, they needed overtime to do it, but they get the Week 1 victory thanks to the field goal. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for Portland, they go down to defeat here in the opener. And they will try to get back in the swing of things next week on the road. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.